Hey kids, John here, going to talk about what to carry in your trumpet case or what to carry on a gig. I don't do a lot of show work, so I don't have to worry about a lot of mutes, not a lot of big band stuff. Mostly what I'm doing is salsa and R&B, so I gear my case for that, and if I do a show, I'll bring other equipment with me. So this is my standard gig rig. All right, I carry a music stand and I bring my trumpet case. And inside my trumpet case, of course, is my horn. You never want to forget that because that's a nightmare. I carry a K&M spider stand. I use the 5-leg because it's more stable. And then my horn sits on top of that, so it allows me to set my horn down and do some killer dance moves. The band leaders always appreciate when you do killer dance moves. My mouthpiece, I carry an extra mouthpiece just in case something tragic happens to my mouthpiece. I've got something I can play that's sitting in the case. Doesn't have to be the exact same thing, just something that you can play. I may not get a warm-up, so I carry a practice mute. It allows me to warm up before the gig, even if the area is quiet and I have to be quiet. I carry a microphone, and the microphone that I use is accompanied by what is called a sound back. That's the name of the company that makes this disc. It's a disc that you put the microphone in, you play into the disc, and the sound comes back at you. That's why it's called a sound back. And if you don't have enough volume, you can spread it out so it's got a complete spherical surface to reflect even more back at you. And I play in some pretty loud environments, and sometimes the monitor situation is not so good. So I like to have a little extra sound back at me. Now, I'm playing nightclubs, so a lot of times it's kind of dark on stage, not a lot of lighting. So I need to carry a stand light, and I highly recommend a 25-foot cord. If you don't have enough extension cord, your stand light does no good. If you've got a plug that's 20 feet away, it's not going to happen for you, and you're not going to be able to see, and you're going to be frustrated, and the band leader may not hire you back because you did a poor job of reading their book, which may have been written poorly in the first place, but that's not your fault. So, stand light, extension cord. Great combo, a trilogy that works. I carry an extra set of glasses so that if my glasses, for some bizarre reason, break, I've got an extra pair in there, and I can continue playing the gig, not go home, and I still get my money. If we're outdoors, you might want to carry some wind clips. These wind clips will save your tush when your paper's blowing way down the street. Clip your music in, good to go. These are made by Bandstand. You should be able to order them from most stores. Oh, another word about the sound back. You can go to Tap Plastics and have them cut you a piece of plastic in a circle, and then have them cut the center out so that it slips on the microphone and stays there. Little tip there. All right, now I have a goodie bag, and in my goodie bag I carry pencils. I carry 2 pencils because the trombone player will probably forget one, so you want to help him out. He's your buddy, don't be mean to him. Now, you might want to have a toothbrush and some toothpaste because you're probably going to catch a burrito on the way to the gig because it's a late night gig, you haven't had dinner. So if you do, brush your teeth before the gig so it saves your horn some wear and tear. The other thing that I have is I have earplugs. Playing in loud environments, you want some earplugs. These are Sonic Defenders made by Ear Pro. I find them to be very, very fine earplugs. I can hear myself, I can hear the music around me. You can also get the molded musician's earplugs, but they're pretty expensive. So find yourself a good set of earplugs that work for you. The other thing I carry is I carry a couple tubs of grease, some super thin so that my slides where I use my triggers can move, and some thick stuff for my tuning slide so it doesn't move. Just in case that stuff is dry, I can grease up. Always, always, always make sure you got your valve oil. The next thing you want to have is maybe a tuner to double check. Sax player next to you may be playing some bad notes, and you want to find out, well, is this guy sharp or flat? Where do I need to go? So a tuner helps out on that. You might want to have a mouthpiece tool just in case you drop your mouthpiece. I know this guy, his name's Matt. He drops his mouthpiece all the time. So what I do is I help him out by straightening his mouthpiece out, and then he's happy because he can play better. Another thing you might want to have is a plastic rim or mouthpiece. I have screw rims, so I can drop on a plastic rim, and it really hooks me up when it's really cold outside because it doesn't feel like I'm putting my lips on a piece of ice. And then, you know that burrito that we had before the gig? Well, it might be set too, and things might not be going so well. So Imodium, kids, Imodium. You want to have some Imodium with you because this is your friend. It keeps you from running off the bandstand in set 2. So if your stomach goes gurgle, gurgle, get some Imodium in you right away. A couple other quick things that I carry that are specific to me. I carry some extra couplers in case I want to play somebody else's horn. I can match up the mouthpiece gap. And what that is the end of the mouthpiece distance to the receiver. And that is the gap inside the receiver. And you can, with couplers, you can actually make that gap optimal and the horn plays its best. So I carry a few extras in case I want to play a buddy's horn. And the last thing that I got in my case, the last trick up my sleeve, kids, is because I've used these couplers, I might have been using a little bit of pressure that night. Could have been an intense night and my mouthpiece won't come out. So I have a 1/2-inch wrench and I just go boink and the mouthpiece is out. Hey Chris, could you give me a little walking music? Hope this was helpful, kids. Have a great day and we'll see you again.